Yeah, actually that makes sense as well. Because yeah, I think that does make sense, and I think you are correct. Um, my other question is, could you suggest me any videos which you guys have that I could look at and gain more knowledge on how to market my events, like, or a webinar which I want to host? Uh,
Yeah, so for webinar, yeah, so let me just share my screen.
Especially on Facebook.
Yeah, so let's just talk about this. So let me share. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, so if you see here in our program, so in week 4 of the program, we do have like 4.6, which is where we talk about a webinar module and webinar strategy. So there are multiple videos here, and I would just go through this entire module, because like it talks about various aspects, but I think from the very beginning we have, in this case, like there is a lot of emphasis on like how do you plan and promote your webinar. So this answers your question about Facebook and LinkedIn, how do you promote and all that, and then obviously then there is about present and pitch your webinar, which I think in your case you guys are okay, but then also follow up and track. So those are like critical phase of webinar. But in a nutshell, I think it's going to be like really, I think there is a strategy we talk about here where it is just reminder, like more posting, like typical what we talk about in week 2, content posting, which is if you go into week 2, we have this module which is called content, which is education-led selling. So this is just social media content posting module, but in a framework which is designed to continue to educate people and get them excited at some point to book meeting and things like that. It's not like a typical advisor stream type post that you guys have done or other companies do with socialware, hearsay systems and all that. They're like, it's not a generic post, it's a much more in a posting strategy. So I think one of the way to market webinar is just do a post like this, but make it exciting. So for example, if you have a webinar, you're talking about RRSP as an example. Give me a topic of the webinar, just for me to kind of use that as an example. What is the webinar about?
So this one is the one that I'm doing right now is linking HR, law, and group benefits to your business strategy.
Okay, fair enough. So this is for business owners, and you're linking these 3 things, right? So if you're promoting the webinar, you want to absolutely start doing posting. So there are 2 at a very high level. I think there are 3 different market to channels to market, and I think I talk about that in week 4. But one is to your existing emails. I'm sure you guys are doing that. So that's straightforward, right? You're sending it to them saying, hey, we are hosting this webinar. This is what it covers. Sign up. Very simple, very straightforward to the list of emails that you have. Then when it comes to cold market on top on social media, there are like 2 ways to communicate. So one is one-on-one communication. I think one-on-one communication is extremely powerful. So what you want to do is you want to come up with a simple message, which I kind of even used it before, but again for you, I'll use it like saying, hey, John, and again, you want to then only find your connections who are business owners, right? Because on Sales Navigator, you can just search, you know how to do that?
Yes.
You can go to Sales Navigator and put connection first degree.
Yes.
And put title as business owner, CEO, whatever. So you'll in your network that are first. So you want to first of all make sure you pick only those people that may have relevance to this, right?
Okay.
And then you want to do personal message, which you can create a template. Like, if you see here in my screen, you see like I have this one document, I keep it open. And every LinkedIn message that I sent, I just type it here, and then I'm actually recruiting people in my team. So here's the message I sent for my survey for me. So I just kind of copy paste. So you're not like writing separate messages, but you create one and just send it to people, right?
Yes.
So you would do the same, but the message structure would be like, hey, John, I see, hope everything is well. We are hosting a webinar on topic of this. Keep it simple. Don't put the whole thing. It might be too long.
Yes.
It's a webinar to help business owners understand the relationship between this. But also you want to kind of talk about the benefit of it, right? So
yes,
because there's 2 things always, right? There's an implication and benefit. So yeah, these things are related, but so what? So you want to talk about the so what, right? Or what is the impact? So the business owners can be profitable, as an example, or avoid risk of being sued by employees or whatever.
Yeah, or otherwise know how to treat them during this COVID time or something like that.
Yeah, just something that they care. Okay, you don't need to. If you say something that is nice but nobody cares, then it's not going to be as effective. But something like that. So you want to very quickly put, like, I think that's more important than what the webinar topic is, like, or the entire topic of the webinar. So you don't want
Yeah.
to say how to do this, like that could be a long line. But you want to say, we're doing a webinar for business owners, talking about an interesting topic of XYZ, so that you could do this,
Okay.
the implication. And I know and I see that you are a business owner. I thought you could benefit from this webinar. Would you be interested in attending? Question mark.
Okay. Got
That
it.
message is now privately sent. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Change the name, change the name. So
Yes.
you're promoting it one-on-one, but because you have thousands of people, you spend half an hour, 45 minutes. You're still outreaching well. So again, in our Meth program, we have outreach and inbound. Both are powerful, but because you guys, and I was talking to Catherine, you have a big network.
Yes.
Outreach is powerful. So that's one channel of promoting webinar. And the
Okay.
broadcasted way to promote webinar, right, would be simple content posting that we talk about, as I mentioned. Like
Yes.
if you go here, in our case, right? So these posts that we teach you, like we have simple, but for webinars, you want to like really start having something like this in upcoming webinar, right?
Yes.
And then image can be creative. So this is why, right? And you can ask simple question in the image itself. Just so you see how I have something here. You can just create something, for business owners. You can write that, right? And you can put upcoming webinar or something, and in between you can say, does HR impact profitability, question mark, or something like that.
Okay.
The next one would be,
Okay.
does law impact this? Things business owner don't know about law. So you now
Yes.
try to take the same topic and create a little different post, 2 or 3 a day, nothing too crazy. And in here, you're just saying that most business owner don't really understand the impact of law on profitability. We are hosting a webinar to do this. If you're interested, go to this link and register. So you're kind of pitching the webinar by putting
Yes.
everything, but the image can change, is my point.
Yeah.
So it should look nice and fresh, and don't make it look like, I think a lot of people who do webinar put that boring webinar images. You know what I'm talking about? 3 people's photo, big,
Yes.
that kind of thing. Okay, that is like a turn off.
Oh. Oh, really? Don't put that?
No, if you see everybody doing it, don't do it. That's just
Okay.
simple.
Yeah. Okay, I
Because,
get it.
right, you don't want to do that. You want to put something unusual. So you still want to have a subtle branding part of it. And you can try have it once a week. You can use something like that. That's fine. But the more basic you have with the thing, you just will get a little bit more attention.
Okay, I got it. I think that's a very good point. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Anything else
No, I
that I
think
would?
that's it. So I think the key here now is to diligently target and plan your day and say, okay, I'm going to send out 100 private invitations today.
Yes.
And then I'm going to do 3 posts.
Yeah.
That's
Actually,
it.
Catherine has Recruiter Lite. So we were doing that when we were physically having this seminars,
Yeah.
when we were physically, right? So I already have this, what do you say, projects
Yeah.
already on Recruiter Lite, which we have created like business owner projects and all that.
Yeah.
So like the list I already have, I just need to send it to them now.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I think that would be great.
Yeah, exactly. I think if you just diligently plan, like, day-to-day activity, and then like if you have a webinar coming up in, let's say, 2 weeks, and if every day you're doing 2 or 3 posts, and by the way, anything you do on LinkedIn, do it on Facebook.
Okay.
Don't separate anything. There's no need to add complexity. LinkedIn and Facebook, just keep it same. Like, I think
Yes.
easy way to manage, and private message people, and then people will say yes. Some people will say yes, some will say no. Whoever says yes, obviously send them the link. And even, if somebody says yes, you send them the link. But when you send it to, let's say, 100 people, ask private message, do you want to attend? Let's say 15 of them say yes. Then you're going to send them the link saying, thanks, John, for your response. Yes, here's the link to register. Whatever. You send them the link.
Yes.
Now, what is going to happen is, of 15 people, only 1 will register.
Yes.
You can get another one to register. I know this from experience. But when you have your number, you may have your phone, their phone number from LinkedIn. I would just call them or send them email and say, John, I know we spoke on LinkedIn. You wanted to register. I'm calling from Catherine's office. She asked me to personally call you because you were interested. Can I get you registered? And then register them physically. They
Okay,
get
got
14
it.
people
That sounds
registering
great. Okay,
because
great.
they're not going to register from the link. I know that half of them at least won't.
Yes. Okay. I think that's also good. Actually, that's common sense, but thanks for bringing it to my notice.
It's technically not a cold call at that point. You're telling them, hey, John, I'm calling because you're talking to Catherine. You responded, you were interested. We did not see you registered. I thought I'll call and just help you register. Maybe you got stuck and boom.
Hmm.
So you're just
Okay.
helping them, right? To kind of
Mm-hmm.
get in. So
Okay, got it.
yeah, that would be a good way to increase attendance. And but yeah, I would just do 2 or 3 things, but the key is to do it diligently every day till the event. That's the
Mhm.
key part of webinar. See, the reason webinar is not one of our main campaign, or I also personally don't do it, is because it is very intensive work-wise, and there are so many steps that you really have to do. Otherwise, it fails big time,
Hmm.
right? So I don't do it because it's just too complicated. I know how to do it. I have done it. In future, we will do it when I have more people with more time. But right now, the 2 campaigns with messaging and ads for us is like solid. We are fully booked with just 2 campaigns, so no time for anything.
Okay. Okay, sure. Got it. Thank you so much. We'll let you know if I have anything else.
Okay, awesome. Great.